You sound like one of those scatters.
And that imagine.
What do you think about scatting?
Beyonce did it, and she said it took a lot of practice, and I trust her as a vocalist. So I think it's hard.
You want another shot? I was pregnant, and he came up to me, and he put his arm around my neck, and he kissed my forehead, and I felt his penis on my leg.
Ew.
It was great. So, yeah, I called HR on him because you're fucking nasty.
XYXX.
Let's do it. Bottle service.
You know what's crazy?
What?
I have work tomorrow.
Stop.
Meanwhile, I was the one not even ready. But you know why? Let me explain myself.
Go ahead.
Because I was going to do a sleek back, right? And then I got in the shower and I was like, let me just wash my hair.
It's so much pressure to be on the internet.
I know.
Just especially nowadays, you know what I
Thank you
mean?
so much.
When everything's so... Okay. Cheers to season
Cheers.
4.
Wait.
Episode 1. Hi, guys.
Hello.
Amy here.
And Viv.
And we're back for season 4, episode 1. And we're really excited. I did some jumping jacks and some running in place because I want to have the energy for you tonight or the morning.
That's right.
Wherever,
the morning.
or wherever time it is, whenever you're listening.
Yeah.
I'm so happy to be back.
Me
I don't
too.
know why.
This
I'm
is
like,
exciting,
this
right?
feels natural and it
Yeah.
feels good. And we're back in our environment. I just want to, like, should we put out there that, like, I know this is crazy. I know this is, like, too much commitment
I'm scared.
right now.
I'm scared.
This is too much commitment already. I just want to say, like, are you my co-host?
Yeah.
Good.
Yeah.
I mean, we've talked about it behind the scenes.
Can we hold hands?
I knew it. I wanted to say it, but I'm like, I'm so annoying for that.
You're not annoying. Don't think you're annoying.
Okay.
I
Well-
really don't find you that annoying.
I know.
As a
and
person.
we've talked about that. We've talked about, like, you know, if we're annoying to each other. And, like, I just feel like always you're so nice to me and you're never mean to me.
Really?
No, you're always really fucking nice to me. And
Really?
it makes me not trust you. Just, like, when you're giving me compliments. Because I'm like, when do you not give me compliments?
I just think you're one
Both
of the
of
most
you.
beautiful people
just
in the
love me.
world. Like, I don't know.
All right. Moving on.
That's
What are
so
we
funny.
talking about today? Do you know?
I thought we were talking about boundaries.
We are talking about
Yeah.
boundaries. I think this episode can be like a continued episode because there's so much to talk about. And I think we have a lot of experiences when it comes to people pushing the limit.
For sure. I hate to say this, but I feel like when you're like a nicer person or like a genuine person, people try to push your boundaries more for whatever reason. Or maybe that's just how I perceive it. Cause like,
So are you saying you're the nicer person? Are you saying we're the nicer people?
I feel like I've had to learn how to be less generous for sure. And like less naive.
Yes.
Like, I feel like when I first started really branching out, because, you know, I'm like more of an introverted person. And I was like, you know what? Let me just put myself out there. I realized like people are kind of shitty. Like not everyone's like nice.
It's crazy.
Like not everyone has the best intentions for you.
Yeah. I was listening to a podcast episode today, coincidentally, where she was like, nobody wants a man that, like, you can step all over them because, like, you know they'll do whatever you want.
Yeah.
Which I'm not saying we're that type of people, but, like, I think we're pretty nice.
I think that it doesn't cost us anything to be nice.
Yes.
Like I feel like for some people, like they get so used to just being standoffish, I guess, or like the mean girl or whatever.
I hate that mean girl shit. That mean girl shit is
why?
weird.
I've like, why can't we all just be friends
Yeah.
and like be pretty together? And cause what's going on? Like, let's talk about it. I'll give you a hug if you want a hug. I'll give you a hug.
I think we've talked about this before, but like, are you ever around women and you feel like you have to like not dim yourself, but like be extra nice so that people feel comfortable?
Like overcompensate.
other girls.
I have, And it took me a long time to realize that sometimes people treat you a certain way just off of how you look, whether it's positive or negative.
No, true. That's 100%
Yeah,
a fact.
I know, but I don't know why. Like, I'm telling you, like, I was really naive for a long time about how people really behave. Like, I just thought, like, people were just who they are, like who they present themselves to be, but people have alternative motives and like
Totally. And
yeah.
sometimes I feel like it's just instinctual or environmental, or what is it? Environmental versus natural? Environmental. I don't know, whatever. Anyway, but like
Fuck, no, because now my ADHD is like, what's the word? What's the word? What's the word?
right. Is it
Wait.
environmental versus I feel like it's natural, but it's not. It's not. But it's something like that.
Oh, nurture.
Nurture versus nature?
Yes.
High five.
Yes.
God, we're smart. I'm just saying. Yeah.
Or what is it like?
But
If you're that mad, go get therapy. Because honestly, like being so angry and like holding so much resentment for whatever it is, like obviously some people have really hard experiences, but you know, it's heavy.
I think like I'm starting to realize as an adult that people's anxiety manifests
In different
ways, and one of them is anger, which is so strange.
Girl, it's okay. I have anxiety too. Like that's why I keep going to the bathroom, because I need to stare at myself in the mirror and be like, "You got this, bitch. You got this." Yeah, you don't have to be mean.
I just never understood that, like especially like in middle school and in the beginning of high school, I would say like
What?
those
I feel
mean
like
girl
that goes on into
personalities
adulthood.
developed, and I was so confused by that. Like,
Look, middle school is a crucial point. Middle school is like, are you going to be that person or are you going to be this person? Like, I feel like that's where you start to build the fundamentals of what kind of, at least for me, like what kind of friend I was going to be. Like, I remember I was such a trouble starter.
really,
I used to gossip so much, and like I used to like
We
start
gossip.
problems. Yeah, but just between you and I.
yeah.
That's different. Like, I'm not like talking to
Like if
all
you're
these
telling
people.
me, I'm telling Viv. I'm just saying.
It's true.
I'm just saying.
And vice versa.
We didn't even get to our topic, but
I know.
I'm so like glad that we're flowing like this.
Yeah.
This is how we need to start every episode. I did some jumping jacks. I don't know if I mentioned that.
You did. So yeah, boundaries.
Okay. Boundaries, right? Okay, this topic came about because one of your old,
Oh, we just doing it like that.
what do you want me to say? What do you want me to do? One of your freaking old hoes said something kind of inappropriate.
I
To
know,
me.
so weird.
And this happens
But also
to us.
not surprised.
Not surprising.
Yeah.
But this happens to us because we're beautiful women.
But you know what? I've realized that it doesn't matter if we're friends or if we're beautiful or if we're not or whatever. I feel like men will always try it. Because I think I used to get very offended sometimes. Like, what the fuck makes you think, like, I'm going to respond to this type of energy?
Mm-hmm.
Like, it would make me insecure. Like, am I giving off a certain type of energy that's making you feel comfortable to think that you talk to my best friend and now you're going to hit me up?
Yeah, that's the strangest part of all.
You know what?
So
I'm
private.
grossed out by that phase in my life.
Yeah, that was weird.
It was
Me
a weird
too.
place.
Me too.
It was a weird place.
Boundaries.
Boundaries. Well, I've had those occurrences too, where like people that you've talked to
Don't
have
get me
like
upset.
hit me up
And
on
then-
some inconspicuous shit.
The thing is, do you think we're not going to talk about it?
But you know what? Sometimes I feel like it's done to be a part of the
Right.
discussion.
To be part of the plot.
Yes, I swear. Like y'all comment and let me know if you guys ever do that. But it's, you know what, it's made me wonder a lot. Like, what were you thinking when we were all hanging out?
Right.
That's the part that I'm like,
No, totally.
I don't like that.
No, I don't at all. And just so you know, we're going to talk about it.
Yep. and you're getting removed from the close friends.
And
you're getting removed.
And you're getting unfollowed. I have a man now. He don't play that shit.
Oh, you're getting unfollowed. Okay.
That's it. But speaking of boundaries, how do you feel about crossing the boundary with friends? As far as like we're friends now, and now like we're exploring what could be. What does Kamala Harris say? Our presidential candidate? What could be?
No, what has been.
What has been? What can be? Unburdened by what has been. What can be? Unburdened by what has been.
What did she say? I don't know. What will be undone?
What can't be undone will be. I don't know. But anyway,
I was saying, how do you feel about undoing what has been done as a friend transitioning into like maybe like a sexual situation, romantic situation?
I don't know if that happens that often. But I feel like it always gets messy because either it goes there or it doesn't. And then if it doesn't, most people I don't think can like walk away from that and still be like regular with that person.
Yeah.
Like someone's feelings are always going to be hurt. Maybe like I feel like there's always going to be one person that's like, why can't we just be friends? And then the other person's going to be like, I can't just be your friend. Yeah. Which is unfortunate, which is why you don't want to cross those boundaries sometimes. Because it's like, is it worth risking
the friendship? Yeah. Well,
I just feel like if you're really, really friends, I don't know if it'll get to that point. Or like maybe if it does get to that point,
I disagree.
You can be friends enough afterward to be like, yeah, that's not for me. But I don't know, emotions. Sometimes you don't know how you feel about something until it happens. And then you're like,
wish I didn't. Yeah.
I
was going to go into that situation. And I wish I never.
You don't know that song? You don't know that song?
How do you know what I know? And
what song is it? What song is it?
I don't know. You don't know good with
titles.
Because
you don't know it. I know she didn't know it. It's okay.
So, this man, we've been friends for years. Literally just friends. That's why you're like, oh, I feel like you were never friends. If there was like some thought of that there. Right. There was, I swear to God, never any thought of that there.
Are you sure?
I swear.
For you, maybe.
For me, never any thought of that at all. I would have said it. I would have tried it. And then I don't know where this transition occurred. I actually do know where the transition occurred, but I will not get specific. What had happened was we had decided to maybe like try and explore.
Yeah.
And it was like the operation went south completely.
So, yeah. But that's the risk you take, though.
Yeah.
But, like, I feel like you knew.
I didn't.
Really?
I really didn't. I swear.
Okay.
Until after. Actually.
Oh, that sucks.
Yeah.
That's because then it's like, I just hate when it's not worth it.
I know. No, it's not. It wasn't at all. Like, ugh. It was just
so unfulfilling and just not.
Yeah.
For a good reason, I just wasn't meant to be.
Yeah.
But it is unfortunate. Are you still friends with this person?
No, it's done. It's over. And not because of me. I was down to still be friends. Like, I was like, literally even during, I was like, okay.
It doesn't have to be weird.
I was like, honestly, nah. Like, this is my friend. And I think men's ego gets in the way sometimes, and he was like, nah, like, you're not, like, that's it, like, we're not friends. And I was like, no, we are, though.
Do you think you could be friends with someone like that?
What do you mean?
That you've shared, like, you've crossed the boundaries with? You think
I
you
never
could be friends with someone like that?
I never thought that until
that experience
where I was just like, actually, nah, like, it should stay the way it is.
Yeah.
But it was too late, and now I'm in a committed relationship.
Right.
So it's like,
just throw that in the back burner.
Yeah. Like. So, but it does suck because it was like 15 years.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
friendship.
Someone wasn't being honest if after 15 years we can't really discuss it and we didn't come to a conclusion. It kind of just came to a close.
And you blocked me for what?
Yeah. Like,
nobody was looking at your page.
That's weird to me. I feel like if you've been friends for 15 years, I should be able to tell you, like, I'm not fucking with this, or, you know, this made me uncomfortable, or I'm not here yet. Like, I think it sounds to me like maybe that person's not being completely honest with themselves.
Right.
Which a lot of us do. I know I'm like that. Like, you be telling me stuff and I'm like, no. And then, like, I have one super drunk night and I'm like, Amy was right.
You're actually very receptive, though. When I tell you
You
things,
think so? I feel like I'm always like,
at least
no,
when I tell you
no,
things. No, I feel like you are. I
Oh,
feel like
okay.
you've taught me how to be that way as well.
really?
Not to be like sentimental
You
or
learn
nothing.
something new every day. So yeah, so boundaries, you know, sometimes.
Wait, no, I want to know what boundaries have been crossed with you, because I just shared some stories, so you have to share.
With me, okay,
Yeah.
well, I feel like in my friendships, I've experienced a lot of boundary crossing.
Okay.
I want to say mostly in my friendships. I feel like people don't talk about how complicated friendships can be sometimes.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like sometimes with romance, it's like a given, like what should be expected, or like how you're supposed to feel or respond to someone who you like. But I think with friendships, it's not always as easy to map out,
Yeah.
and it makes it like a little bit trickier.
You know, recently you told me that I beat around the bush sometimes, and
Yeah.
that I'm not completely honest, and that my communication is not all the way there.
Yeah.
And I took that very seriously, and I've been like really being mindful about that.
Okay, that's good.
And like the other day when we were getting into the discussion about like the pod and like scheduling, just like regular, like sometimes you have to differentiate friendship, chisme, gossip, everyday life talk versus business talk, like the pod
and goals and stuff.
and
yeah.
I was like, nah, I need to be like completely honest about where I'm at.
Yeah.
And like we had that conversation.
But I really appreciate that.
And I kept in mind what you said. You're like, you beat around the bush a lot.
Yeah.
So I'm like, okay, like I need to just be
Yeah.
put it all out there.
I don't even think you beat around the bush in a way where you're like trying to like get out of it. I feel like that's literally how your brain is working.
I
sometimes.
consider your feelings a lot.
Yeah. I
I
consider
just-
yours too. But I
Yeah.
don't feel like you tell me your feelings that often. You don't.
Really?
No. You tell me your feelings about everything else, but not about me. Like I've noticed you kind of like you'll hold back.
Because
And then you'll
I
tell me
care
way
so much.
later, and I'm like, bitch, why did
I
you
just
tell
care
me
so
that
much.
day?
I know like
I know.
what your triggers are. Like I don't want ever to like step on your toes or
Yeah,
like
but it's you, so I don't think
Yeah.
I'd ever think that, which is the like the boundary thing I'm talking about. Like I feel like with friends, like you have like a certain trust and stuff, and you just don't like, I don't know. I feel like a romantic partner, like I believe like, or I have like a romantic partner might be a little more shady than my friend,
okay.
like that.
Yeah, that makes
So then
sense.
when friends are acting shady, I think it's harder to like pick up on sometimes, because I don't ever want to think that that's where your intentions are.
Yeah.
But then you reach those points where people do cross your boundaries and you
sometimes
question
you have
them.
to question them.
I know, I hate that.
I had a friend in college that would always say like these little condescending comments to me. Like they didn't smoke sometimes, and I would maybe,
Right.
allegedly. And they would say little things like, "Oh, you're a delinquent," or "Oh, you're like a
Ew.
yeah, like little shit like that."
Fucking
I'm like,
square. You're
And
a
then-
fucking square.
Right. And at first I was like, oh, like he's just being funny. And then afterwards I'm like, no, I think he's meaning it in some type of way to make me feel some type of way. And sometimes you have to check people. But I don't know if that's the point. Is that the point?
I don't know. I just got so angry like when you said that.
I saw it in
You
your
saw
face.
it in my face because I
Yeah.
feel like I would have addressed that in the moment.
Yeah.
But also I be thinking I would say that. And then in the moment I'm like, fucking quiet.
No.
I don't know. Maybe if I
It
was
took
drunk.
me actually a lot of little comments like that from him to
Because that was your friend.
Yeah,
So you're
like-
like, oh, he's like, you're
Yeah.
making a joke, right? And then
Right.
later on, it's like,
And then
do you even like me?
right. After a while, after like 8 of those comments, you're like, wait, actually, no, like, I should say something. Like, I should check you about that. Because sometimes people don't think you're going to address it. And that's when, like, when you address it, like, they have to think about, oh, wait, why did I say that? Because, like, why did you say that?
Also, if you feel a way towards me, remove yourself from my presence.
Precisely.
I'm not going to sit here and waste my time making remarks at you, like passive aggressive remarks.
Yeah.
I'd rather just not talk to you, and then later on I'll tell you I didn't talk to you for XYZ reason.
But some people like to be secret haters, and that's where it's about self-reflecting. And I think we talked about that when it came to like the hater girl energy.
Yeah, exactly. It all comes full circle.
Amazing. Great point. Thank you. I wonder if that is the same in men. Like fake hater energy.
Oh my God. I just feel like men do it differently.
Like posting stories, like quote stories.
I feel like when men are doing it to each other, it's harder for women to notice. But like when women do it to each other, men don't notice. Because I've been in situations where I'm around like a guy friend, and then he'll bring one of his girlfriends, and I'm like, yo, why is she acting mad weird? Like she said XYZ, and he's like, what are you talking about? That wasn't weird. But it's like, no, as a
you
woman,
don't understand girl code.
I know that energy, and it's weird. I feel like it's like that for guys.
Yeah.
Like they might say a little remark, like, and then it's like for us, it's like what?
Yeah.
But now he's fucking tight. He's like, nah,
totally.
meet me outside.
No, but yeah, no, I be picking up on like the male hater energy. Though.
It makes me uncomfortable.
It does, because it's like, why are you as a man? No, but we shouldn't think like that though, because that's double standards. But I'm just saying, why are you as a man being a hater to your friends?
I don't know. I think in general, like, why are you hating? Like, what is it? What is it? Because I feel like you can learn from people. I feel like a lot of times hating is just admiration. It's admiration mixed with jealousy.
Yes.
And like, if you humble yourself enough, maybe you'll learn from that person. Like maybe that person has great hair, and like you're jealous of that.
Yeah, like low key subconsciously.
But yeah,
they
like,
have great hair.
But this is why you have to explore. Like go to the bathroom, sis. Go to the bathroom and be like, yo, why am I so fucking angry? That's what I've done. And then I'm like, you know what? This person makes me feel insecure. Whether it's a physical thing or a personality thing, like they make me feel less than.
I feel like if you don't like someone, there's something about that person that you wish you could embody.
You know, they say that, but I don't agree with that, because I've
Really?
I don't agree with that, because I've met people and just based off of their energy, I'm like, I don't like you. Like sometimes I could look at someone and be like, no, your energy, like whatever you're emitting, your vibration is not meeting mine.
Boundaries, huh?
Boundaries, huh?
This is a good episode. I feel like we could go on about this for a while.
Did we really even talk about boundaries?
Did we talk about boundaries? I feel like we kind of, we touched on it.
You know what I hate too? Like, I don't like when I feel like I'm displaying signs of not wanting to cross boundaries with someone.
Okay.
Like maybe I said something, or maybe my body language is not giving that energy, and the person continues to like try it.
Yeah.
Because I don't always just want to be like, don't touch me like that. You know, like that's a bit abusive. Maybe I'll just politely move your hand, or like move away from you, or like, you know, you might, you know, I'm not reciprocating the energy.
I think as a woman, it's tough sometimes. And I don't know, maybe it's just the type of woman I am, where like we're maybe in the Hispanic community, we're raised to kind of like be polite about the way we address things.
I don't even think that's a Hispanic thing. I think that's being a woman. I think sometimes there's fear that's associated with setting boundaries. And I know like I've had a hard time with that.
Yeah.
And I'm grown. I don't know. I've had a very hard time with that sometimes. Like,
have you ever been hugged by someone and like you could feel that they're like purposely trying to like press against you?
A supervisor I had, I was pregnant, and he came up to me and he put his arm around my neck and he kissed my forehead, and I felt his penis on my leg.
Ew.
It was great. So yeah, I called HR on him because you're fucking nasty. And I had gotten several complaints from other women about him. And they would kind of ask me like, oh, hey, has he ever done this to you or that to you? And I was like, no, never. And surprisingly enough, he took the chance to cross that boundary. And I was pregnant. That's the part to me that's weird. Like, you're really weird for that.
Yeah.
And you kissed me. You're my supervisor.
He kissed you?
Yes, he kissed me right here on the forehead.
Okay.
Yeah, and he was like, you've been doing such a great job.
Ew.
And I literally went home and called HR on him.
You felt that uncomfortable?
I was fucking livid. You ever been so angry that you start shaking? Like, it was like that. It was like, I'm either going to punch this man in the face or I'm going to go home. And I called HR. And they did an investigation on him. And he never got fired.
I hate that. Hate that.
He didn't get fired.
And there were other testimonies that also
There was 5 people who complained against him, one of them being a guy. Yeah, he made one of my coworkers clean the floor on her knees so he can watch her bend over.
Stop.
Yeah. He was a weirdo. So, yeah, but that was Florida. Bumblefuck Florida.
Boundaries, huh?
Fuck you, Brian.
Fuck you, Brian.
Or Brandon, whatever the fuck
Brandon, Brian.
We're going to get your name on
We're
here.
going to post your LinkedIn. Link in the
Right
bio.
at the bottom. You know what? We got to look this motherfucker up. No. I think it's called Calvary. Fuck you guys. That's what it's called, right? That company? They're like a third-party franchise company, Calvary. They're the ones who own. So Panera Bread is either directly owned by Panera Bread or it's like a third-party company called. I think it's Calvary. I wonder how it is in Jersey.
Okay. We got like 5 more minutes. 5 more minutes. Oh my gosh. Hey, 5 more minutes. What can we do? 5 minutes. 5 minutes. What can we do? So many things. Tune in to find out. Guys, this was such a fun and fluid and just totally free ball episode.
We should do it again.
We should do it again. Look us up on YouTube. Vivi is officially, she's been official. Let's be for real. She's a co-host character on the pod. Tell them, are you going to be on every time?
That's me. Probably not unless you guys sponsor that third mic.
I'm just saying, GoFundMe in the bio. Just kidding. Literally none of this is in the bio.
No, don't get around. You never know.
Should I start a GoFundMe? I feel like that's just screaming desperate.
Bro, people literally start GoFundMes just because they don't work.
For dumb shit. There's going to be merch on the way. I've said that in previous seasons, and I've actually had merch. But
look,
you know
it's on
crazy?
the way. It's on the way because we got partners.
We got partners this time. I like how we didn't really complain this episode.
About what? What do we usually complain?
Usually we're like, sorry we didn't upload last.
No, because you know what? We don't owe y'all no fucking
We don't owe y'all nothing. All right? Period. And you know what?
Tune in, though. We appreciate the love.
Tune in. Thank you so much. And subscribe and like this video. We never say that.
That wasn't
I knew it. I knew that you were going to do that. No, seriously though, subscribe and like this video. Stop with the crickets.
Oh, shut it off.
Why is it so
sorry?
Long? Okay, we're still learning. We're still new to this. We're true to this, not new to this. In Jesus' name we pray.
Amen.
Amen. See y'all next week. Bye.